folks, it is Typhoon Carter and I am back with another SPL DPP OU video. This is a matchup between Ladybug of the Cryonicles and Groudon of the Congregation of the Classiest. Both of these players are coming off of week 1 victories, Ladybug defeating Void in what was a big upset against last year's undefeated player. Whereas Groudon came off a week 1 win against Malekith, and that was a very tightly contested game. That was a game that I was able to catch live. So again, both of these players looking to build off of their week 1 win and hopefully get out to a 2-0 start in this tournament. That being said, let's just hop right into this. Raikou lead versus Starmie lead. Normally, these Raikou leads indicates that this is some kind of all-out attacker, probably like Thunderbolt, HP Ice, Aura Sphere, and Extreme Speed. Whereas the Starmie, again, we saw a couple of lead Starmies last week. One of them was Specs, another was Life Orb. The interesting perk here with Raikou in DPP is that Aura Sphere is an event-only move and it has to be shiny. So this means that the Raikou could very much be nature locked and not be a plus speed nature. So with that in mind, let's just keep moving right along. Groudon switches out to Gliscor here, and Ladybug interestingly pivots out. Perhaps this is just kind of telling us something. And Akaberry from Zong, and the EQ somehow doesn't kill. Ladybug has to dip out the Suicune from the looks of it, and from what I can tell, that was a hectic turn. Normally the Raikou could have HP Ice, so Groudon swapped out to Heatran, presumably to scout that. An early turn sequence against Raikou was not completely unheard of. And then the Bronzong EQing on the Heatran and having Akaberry, that looked like a bit of an unfortunate roll. That probably tells me that this is likely some kind of bulky Heatran if it was able to survive an earthquake like that, and probably was like some kind of roll. Suicune's in, rocks are up. Suicune threatening a possible CM, but just opts to surf and stays in there. CM's up against a possible Thunderbolt Starmie. Not every spec Starmie carries Thunderbolt, sometimes it might carry Psychic, but... Oh! Okay, sub Suicune. It looks like what happened there was that the Suicune tried to sub again to call out an explosion and to keep the sub intact, but it looks like the Heatran was in fact slower, probably some kind of modest Heatran. So Ladybug trying to keep the sub up in case of an explosion, didn't quite get what they were looking for, and now it is a 6-5 game in Ladybug's favor. Starmie back in, Thunderbolt, and just opts to surf here, able to shrug off that T-Bolt, however has to be careful now, and this Flygon is brought out. Flygon threatening a kill with U-turn, and does exactly just that. Goes right back to Suicune. Suicune again looking to be a huge threat to Groudon's team, and brings out the Gyarados. Okay. From the looks of it, let's just see what happened. So what happened there was that the Suicune not carrying HP Electric, because that's actually a staple on most sets, but because of the fact that it revealed a substitute for Groudon, this means that the Gyarados can come in freely. This Gyarados could be a variety of items, did not show a leftover, so this tells me this could be Lumberry, this could be Wakanberry, could even be something unusual like a Lychee Berry with Natural Gift. Who knows, but that's just a couple possibilities that the Gyarados could have going for it. And as Ladybug brings out the Rotom Heat, and Gyarados Dragon Dance is up, has to be careful of a double scarf setup, and just like that, that's exactly what happens. This Rotom basically going down, and Groudon, good job on him for calling out the trick attempt, and really just gets nothing out of here. And Ladybug's timer actually looks really low right now. Brings out the Raikou here, threatening a kill. And let's just see what happens. Yep, Aura Sphere. That's exactly what I would expect. And then the Metagross just EQs here. And the Raikou goes down, and the game is over. This was a bit of an unusual game. So Ladybug ended up timing out, which was a bit unfortunate, but at that point in the game, once the Raikou went down, and Ladybug was fighting low timer a fair bit throughout this match from what I can tell. Again, this is my first time really seeing the match. I'm a little bit surprised by the outcome of this game. And that was, again, like, just really unfortunate for Ladybug to, like, just kind of have the game cut short because of internet. And it seemed like Ladybug kind of just ran out of time, didn't have time to really think through about like what the Metagross's set might be. The Metagross being Choice Scarf again makes sense on Vis 6 because, like, yes, the Starmie could be speed control, but if it's like modest Starmie, then that's not going to cut it as speed control. And if it is a modest Starmie or something like that, then Gengar would give this team a lot of trouble, specifically something like Substitute Gengar. So the Metagross being around there to at least try to salvage things, not to mention something like Dragon Dance, Dragonite, or Dragon Dance Gyarados could also be a real nuisance. So again, the Metagross being Scarf makes sense. Ladybug's team looked like some kind of special spam, and the last here I would assume had to have been something along the lines of like another physical attacker is probably my guess. But again, like, it could be Breloom, could be like a second Steel like Scizor, or even like a Jirachi. That's what I would expect on this kind of team where you have like 3 special attackers, a choice Flygon, so like some kind of double Scarf setup, and then like an offensive Bronzong with either like some kind of offensive Bronzong. Again, not too sure what happened there, but yeah, this game unexpectedly got cut short. It looked to be a kind of a cool matchup, and again, like Groudon being able to force the issue, like forcing Ladybug to come in with Rotom to revenge kill and all that. So again, well played by Groudon. Groudon is now 2-0 on the season. Ladybug goes down to 1-1. That being said though, if you guys like this content, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.